and welcome to Lillian Osborne Presents EURYDICE. I'm Brooke Hodson.
And I'm Matthew Blackwell. We are both the directors for the performance you are about to watch. It has been over a year since not only our school doors, but our theater doors closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This resulted in our two shows, Legally Blonde and Almost Maine, being shut down last year, although we were pretty lucky to be able to get our production of The Theory of Relativity completed and filmed and released. You can check that performance out by going to lohs.ca/a better world.
Although this impacted our students and their ability to perform, this year we were determined to do what artists do best, come up with a creative compromise. So with unexpected lockdowns, shutdowns, quarantines, you name it, we took every challenge and we met it head on. We're excited to tell you that this is not only a show that's led by your teacher directors, but also by our passionate advanced acting students as well as our technical theater students.
Advanced Acting is a new course this year, and we had a great number of students interested in telling the story of Eurydice. Many students on our stage have also been involved in other aspects of the design of this show, including a great original score by Dea, who's part of one of our casts, and which we also had remixed by our digital music students here at Lillian Osborne. The show was designed by our theater technician, Chris Dela Cruz, but with additional design in lighting and costume designs and set and props by our tech theater students, who are also running this whole show from stage management to costume changes to set changes. They're killing it. Today's show is being presented to you from 3 different cameras that are operated by 3 student videographers. And it's actually also being edited live by yours truly. This way, we're able to stay as close as possible to a live performance, bringing the stage to you in your living room or wherever you're watching this. Check it out. Here's what it looks like behind the scenes. Boom! That's what I'm looking at. Whenever this show's going on, I'm editing between all these different angles.
This would be a great time to say a big thank you to the amazing parents of our student performers. Thank you for allowing your children to do crazy rehearsals within your own homes during spouts of online learning, as well as driving your children to and from rehearsal, especially during those late night days or even on the weekends.
Before we start the show, we would like to acknowledge that we are on Treaty 6 territory, a traditional meeting grounds, gathering place, and traveling route to the Cree, Saulteaux, Blackfoot, Métis, Dene, and Nakota Sioux. We acknowledge all the many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people whose footsteps have marked these lands for centuries.
Without further ado, we proudly present to you Eurydice. Enjoy the show.
all those birds. For me? Thank you. And the sea. Now, it's mine already. Thank you. Oh, surely not the sky and the stars too. That's very generous of you. Perhaps too generous? Thank you. What are you thinking about?
Music.
How can you think about music? You either hear it or you don't.
I'm hearing it, then.
Oh. I read a book today.
Did you?
Yes, it was very interesting.
That's good.
Don't you want to know what it's about?
Of course.
There were stories about people's lives, how some turn out well and others turn out badly.
Do you love this book?
Yes, I think so.
Why?
Because it can be interesting to see if other people, like dead people who wrote books, agree or disagree with what you think.
Why?
Because it makes you a larger part of a human community. It had very interesting arguments.
Oh, and arguments that are interesting are good arguments.
Well, yes.
I didn't think an argument had to be interesting. I thought it had to be right or wrong.
Well, these particular arguments were very interesting.
I think you should make up your own thoughts instead of reading them in a book.
I do. I do think up my own thoughts.
I know you do. I'm sorry. I love how you love books. Don't be mad. Because you know what? I made up a song for you today. Did you? Yep. It's not interesting or not interesting. It just is.
Will you sing it for me?
It has too many parts.
Let's go in the water.
Wait! Remember this melody. Do 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 do.
I'm bad at remembering melodies. Why don't you remember it?
I have 11 other ones in my head, making for a total of 12. You have it?
I think so.
Well, let's hear it.
Do 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 do.
Pretty good. Here, clap it out. The rhythm's a bit off. Do 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 do. Downbeat.
Is that right?
We'll practice.
I don't need to know about rhythm. I have my books.
Well, don't books have rhythm?
Kind of. Let's go in the water.
Will you remember my melody under the water?
Yes, I will always remember your melody. It will be imprinted on my heart like wax.
Thank you.
You're welcome. When will you play me the whole song?
When I get 12 instruments.
Where are you gonna get 12 instruments?
I'm going to make each strand of your hair into an instrument. Your hair will stand on end as it plays my music and become a hair orchestra. It'll fly you up into the sky.
I don't know if I want to be an instrument.
What? Why?
Well, won't I fall down when the song ends?
That's true. But the clouds will be so moved by your music that they'll fill with water until they become heavy. You can sit on one and float gently back down to earth. How about that?
Okay.
It's settled then.
What is?
Your hair will be my orchestra and I love you.
I love you.
How will you remember?
That I love you.
Yes.
Well, that's easy. I can't help it.
You never know. Might as well tie a string around your finger to remind you.
Is there string at the ocean?
I always have string in case I come upon a broken instrument. Here. Oh, this hand. There. It's too tight.
No, it's fine. That's a very particular finger.
Yes.
You're aware of that.
Yes.
How aware?
Very aware.
Orpheus, are we?
You tell me.
Yes, I think so.
You think so?
I wasn't thinking. I mean, yes. Just yes.
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 May our lives be full of music.
Maybe also get me another ring. A gold one to put over the string one, you know?
Of course, whatever makes you happy. Oh, still the melody.
It's right here.
What are you thinking about? Music? I'm just kidding. Thinking about you and also music.
Let's go in the water. I'll race you.
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 Dear Eurydice, a letter for you on your wedding day. There is no choice of any importance in life but the choosing of a beloved. I haven't met Orpheus, but he seems like a serious young man. I understand he's a musician. If I were to give a speech at your wedding, I would start with one or two funny jokes, and then I might offer some words of advice. I would say, cultivate the arts of dancing and small talk. Everything in moderation. Court the companionship and respect of dogs. Grilling a fish or toasting bread without burning requires singleness of purpose, vigilance, and steadfast watching. Keep quiet about politics, but vote for the right man. Take care to change the light bulbs. Continue to give yourself to others because that's the ultimate satisfaction in life. To love, accept, honor, and help others. As for me, this is what it's like being dead. The atmosphere smells, and there are these strange high-pitched noises like a tea kettle that was boiling over. But it doesn't seem to bother anyone. And for the most part, there's a pleasant atmosphere, and you can work and socialize much like at home. I'm working in the business world, and it seems that here you can better see the far-reaching consequences of your actions. Also, I am one of the few dead people who still remembers how to read and write. That's a secret. If anyone finds out, they might dip me in the river again. I write you letters. I don't know how to get them to you. Love, your father.
I hate parties. And a wedding party is the biggest party of all. Orpheus. All the guests arrived, and Orpheus is taking a shower. He's always taking a shower when the guests arrive, so he doesn't have to greet them. Then I have to greet them. But weddings are for daughters and fathers. The woman all dressed up trying to look like a young woman, but a wedding is for a daughter and a father. They stop being married to each other on that day. I always thought there'd be more interesting people at my wedding.
Are you a homeless person?
No?
Oh, well, I'm on my way to a party where there are really very interesting people. Would you like to join me?
No, thank you. I just left my own party.
You were throwing your own party and you just left?
Well, I was thirsty.
You must be a very interesting person.
Thank you.
You mustn't care about all the other people. I always say it's the mark of a really very interesting person, don't you?
I guess.
And would you like to join me to this interesting affair?
No, thank you. I just got married, you see?
Oh, lots of people do that.
That's true. Lots of people do.
What's your name?
Eurydice?
Eurydice.
Goodbye then.
Dear Eurydice.
1, 2, 3, 4. Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. With anyone else but me. With anyone else but me. No, no, no! Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Till I come marching home. I'm warm. Are you warm?
Yes.
I'm gonna go get a drink of water.
Oh, don't go.
I'll be right back.
Promise?
Yes.
I can't stand to let you out of my sight.
Silly goose. Oh, you're still here.
Yes, I found a letter addressed to Eurydice. That's you. From your father.
That's not possible.
He wrote down some thoughts for your wedding day.
Let me see.
I don't have it. It got delivered to my elegant, high-rise apartment by mistake.
From my father.
Yes.
You're sure?
Yes.
I knew he'd send something.
It'll be just a moment. I live around the block. What an interesting dress you're wearing.
Thank you. Eurydice, here. Eurydice! You're very high up.
Yes, I am.
I feel a little faint.
It'll pass.
Have you ever thought about installing an elevator?
No, I prefer stairs. I just think architecture is so interesting.
Don't you? Ah, yes. So, where's my letter?
But isn't this an interesting building?
It's very high up.
Yes.
There's no one here. I thought you said you were having a party.
No, I prefer to celebrate things quietly with a few other interesting people. Don't you? Would you like some champagne?
Maybe some water.
Water it is. Make yourself comfortable.
Oh, I can't stay long. Oh, I can see my wedding from here. The people are so small. They're dancing. There's Orpheus. He's not dancing.
So who's this guy you're marrying?
His name's Orpheus.
Orpheus! Not a very interesting name. I've heard it before.
Maybe you've heard of him. He's kind of famous. He plays the most beautiful music in the world, actually.
I can't hear you!
So the letter was delivered here today?
Through the post. It was mysterious. Voila. So, Eurydice, tell me one thing. Name me one person you find interesting.
Why?
Just making conversation.
Right. All the interesting people I know are either dead or speak French.
Well, I don't speak French, Eurydice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to go. There's no letter, is there?
Of course there's a letter. It's right here. Look, Eurydice, I'm not interesting. But I'm strong. You could teach me to be interesting. I would listen. Orpheus is too busy listening to his own thoughts. There's music in his head. Try to pluck the music out and invites you. I bet you're always having interesting thoughts. I bet you had them today, for instance, the way you tilt your head to the side and stare. Oh, no, I feel dizzy all of a sudden. I want my husband. I think I better go now.
You're free to go.
Whenever you'd like.
I know. I think I'll go now. In fact, I'll just take my letter first.
Relax.
Goodbye.
Wait, Eurydice, don't go. I love you.
Oh no.
You mean a real man, a man with broad shoulders like me. Orpheus has long fingers that would tremble to pet a bowler like a bee from a hive.
I don't know about my husband's fingers.
A man who could lead you through the crowd. A man with big hands, big stupid hands like potatoes. A man who could carry a cow in labor. My lips meant to kiss your eyelids, that's obvious.
Close your eyes then. It's his handwriting.
Of course it is.
Goodbye.
Don't do that, you'll trip. Orpheus!
We are a chorus of stones.
I'm a little stone.
I'm a big stone.
I'm a loud stone.
We are all stones.
We live with the dead people in the land of the dead.
Eurydice was a great musician. Orpheus is his wife.
Orpheus was a great musician. Eurydice was his wife. She died.
Then he played the saddest music. Even we,
The stones.
cried when we heard it. Oh look, she's coming into the land of the dead now.
Oh.
Oh, we might say, poor Eurydice.
But stones don't feel bad for dead people. Eurydice wants to speak to you, but she can't speak your language anymore. She talks in the language of dead people now.
It's a very quiet language.
Like if the pores in your face opened up and you tried to talk. Like potatoes sleeping in the dirt.
Pretend for a moment that you understand her, or she'll be embarrassed.
Yes, pretend for a moment that you understand the language of the stones.
Listen to the way you listen to your own daughter. She died too young to try to speak to you across long distances.
There was a roar and a coldness. I think my husband was with me. What was my husband's name again? My husband's name. Do you know it? How strange, I don't remember. It was horrible to see his face when I died. His eyes were like two black birds and they flew to me. I said, no, stay where you are. He needs you in order to see. When I got through the cold, they made me swim in a river and I forgot his name. I forgot all the names. I know his name starts with my mouth shaped like a ball of twine. Or I forget. They took me to a tiny boat and I only just fit inside. I looked at the oars and I wanted to cry. Well, I tried to cry, I just drooled a little. I'll try now. Ugh, what happiness would it be to cry? I was not alone, only alone with myself, begging myself not to leave my own body, but I was leaving. Goodbye, head, I said. It inclined itself a little as though to nod to me in a solemn kind of way. How do you say goodbye to yourself? A train!
Like a train, but there is no train.
The train has wheels that are not wheels.
There's the opposite of a wheel, the opposite of smoke, and the opposite of a train.
I'm waiting for someone to meet me, I think. At last! A porter to meet me! Do you happen to know where the nearest bank is? I need money. I've just arrived. I need to exchange my money at the Bureau de Change. I didn't bring any traveler's checks because I left in such a hurry. They didn't even let me pack my suitcase. There's nothing in it. That's funny, right? Funny. I suppose I could buy some new clothes here. I would really love a bath.
EURYDICE.
Ooh, what is that language you're speaking? It gives me tingles. Say it again.
EURYDICE.
Ooh, it's like a fruit. Again.
EURYDICE. I'm your father.
Eurydice, I'm your father. How funny. You remind me of something, but I can't understand a word you're saying. Say it again.
Your father.
Shut up, shut up! She doesn't understand you. She's dead now too. You have to see what I meant with stones.
You're dead now. I'm dead too.
Yes, that's right. I would like a reservation at the fancy hotel.
When you were alive, I was your father.
Father's not a word dead people understand.
He's what we call subversive.
When you were alive, I was your tree.
My tree, yes, the tall one in the backyard. I used to sit all day in its shade. There, shade.
There's a problem here.
Is there any entertainment at the hotel? Any dancing ladies, like with the great big fans?
I named you EURYDICE. Your mother named all the other children, but EURYDICE I chose for you.
Be careful, sir.
EURYDICE, I wanted to remember your name. I asked the stones. They said, forget the names. The names make you remember.
We told you how it works.
One day, it would not stop raining. I heard your name inside the rain. Somewhere between the drops, I saw falling letters. Each letter of your name I began to translate. E, I remembered elephants. U, I remembered ulcers and under. R, I remembered reindeers. I saw them putting their black noses into snow. Y, youth and yellow. D, dog, dig, daughter, day. Time poured into my head, the days of the week, hours, months.
The tree talks so beautifully.
Don't listen!
Oh, I feel hungry all of a sudden. Where is that porter who met me at the station?
Here I am.
I would like a continental breakfast, please. Maybe some rolls with butter. Oh, and jam. Please take my suitcase to my room, if you would.
I'm sorry, miss, but there are no rooms here.
What? No rooms? Well, where do people sleep?
People don't sleep here.
Oh, I have to say I'm very disappointed. It's been such a tiring day, and
And I've been traveling all day, first on a river, and then on an elevator that rained, and then on a train. I thought someone would meet me at the station.
Don't cry! Don't cry!
I don't know where I am, and there are all these stones, and I hate them. They're horrible. I wanted baths. I thought someone would meet me at the station.
Don't be sad. I'll take your luggage to your room.
There are no rooms!
Dear EURYDICE, I miss you. No, it's not. God. Dear EURYDICE, Dear EURYDICE, a symphony for 12 instruments. Love, Orpheus. Thank you. That will do. Oh, I suppose you want a tip. Would you run a bath for me?
Yes, miss.
Dear EURYDICE, I love you, and I am going to find you. I play the saddest music for you now that you're gone. You know I hate writing letters. I'll give this letter to a worm. I hope he finds you. Love, Orpheus.
There is a letter for you, miss.
A letter?
A letter. It's addressed to you.
There's dirt on it.
Miss,
What is it?
would you like me to read you the letter?
Read you the letter?
You can do with your feet. It's addressed to Eurydice. That's you.
That's you.
You. It says, I love you.
I love you.
It's like your tree.
Tall, green.
It's like sitting in the shade.
Oh.
It's like sitting in the shade with no clothes on.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to find you. I play the saddest music.
Music.
It's like that.
Go on.
You know I hate writing letters. I'll give this letter to a worm. I hope he finds you. Love, Orpheus.
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 That word. It's like I can't breathe. Orpheus. My husband. Oh! Dear Eurydice, last night I dreamt that we flew to the top of Mount Olympus and we started to make love, and all of the strands of your hair were like little faucets, and there's water coming out of your head. And I said, why is water coming out of your hair? And you said, gravity's very compelling. Oh, and then we jumped off of Mount Olympus and we soared to the clouds, and you held your knee to your chest because you skinned it on a sharp cloud. And we fell into a salty lake, and then I woke up. And my window frightened me, and I thought, Eurydice is dead. And then I thought, who's Eurydice? And then the whole room started to float, and I thought, what are people? And then my bedclothes smiled at me with a crooked green smile, and I thought, who am I? It scares me. Eurydice, please come back. Love, Orpheus.
Did you get my letters?
No. You wrote me letters?
Every day.
What did they say?
Nothing much. The usual stuff.
Tell me the names of my mother and brothers and sisters.
I don't think that's a good idea. It will make you sad.
I want to know.
It's a long time to be sad.
I'd rather be sad.
Being sad is not allowed. Act like a stone.
Teach me another.
Ostracize.
What does it mean?
To exclude. The Greeks decided who to banish. They wrote the name of the banished person on a white piece of pottery called ostracon.
Ostracon. Another.
Peripatetic. From the Greek. It means to walk slowly, speaking of weighty matters in bare feet.
Peripatetic. A learned fruit wandering through the snow. Another.
Defunct.
Defunct.
It means death in a very abrupt way. Not the way I died, which was slowly, but all at once in cowboy boots.
Tell me a story of when you were little.
Well, there was the time your uncle shot at me with a BB gun, and I was mad at him, so I swallowed a nail. Then, there was the time I went to a dude ranch, and I was riding a horse, and I lassoed a car. The lady driving the car got out and spanked me. And your grandmother spanked me too.
Remember that one Christmas when she gave me a doll and I said, if I see one more doll, I'm gonna throw up?
I think Grammy was a little surprised when you said that.
Tell me a story about your mother.
The most vivid recollection I have of Mother was
seen her at parties and in the house playing piano. When she was younger, she was extremely animated. She could really play the piano. She could play everything by ear. They called her Flaming Sally.
I never saw Granny play the piano.
She was never the same after my father died. My father was a very gentle man.
Tell me a story about your father.
Well, my father and I used to duck hunt by the Mississippi River. He would call up old Frank the night before and ask, "Where are the ducks moving tonight?" Old Frank, he could really call the ducks. It was hard for me to kill the poor little ducks, but you get caught up in the fervor of it. You get as many as 10 ducks. If you went over the limit, there were only so many ducks per person. Father would throw the ducks to the side of the creek we were paddling on and make sure there was no game warden. If the warden was gone, he would run back and get the extra ducks and throw them in the back of the car. My father was never a great conversationalist, but he loved to rhapsodize about hunting. He would always say, "If I ever have to die, it's in a duck pond." And he did.
There was something I always wanted to ask you about. A story or someone's name. I forget.
Don't worry. You'll remember. There's plenty of time.
Dear Eurydice, I was wondering if you missed reading books in the underworld.
What is this? What are you? What do you do? What do you do? Say something! I hate you. Damn you!
We two alone will sing like birds in the cage. When thou dost ask my blessing, I'll kneel down and ask of thee forgiveness. So we'll live and pray and sing.
For Eurydice? E-U-R-Y-D. Yes, that's it. No, there's no last name.
It's not like that. No, I don't know the country. I don't know the city either. I don't know the street. I don't know. It probably starts with a vowel. Would you please mind checking? I would really appreciate it. You can't enter a name without a city. Why?
I guess that makes sense. Fine. Thanks for trying, I guess.
Wait.
Miss, it's a special case. She's dead. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah, thank you. You have a good day too. Yeah, bye. Bye! I am going to find you. Don't move. Tell me another story of when you were little.
Well, there was my first piano recital. I was playing I Got Rhythm. I played the first few chords and I couldn't remember the rest. I ran out of the room and locked myself in the bathroom.
Then what happened?
Your grandmother pulled me out of the bathroom and made me apologize to everyone in the auditorium. I never played piano after that. But I still remember the first 4 chords. Let's see. Da, da, dee, da, 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 dee, da.
What are the words?
I can't remember. Let's see. Da, da, dee, da, 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 dee, da, 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 dee, da, 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 dee, da.
What is that noise? Stop singing.
Stop singing.
Neither of you can carry a tune.
It's awful.
Dead people can't sing.
I'm not a very good singer.
Neither am I.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
I'm Lord of the Underworld.
Very funny.
I am.
Prove it.
I can do chin-ups inside your bones. Close your eyes.
Ow!
See? You're pretty.
You're little.
I go down. Like a turnip.
What do you want?
I want to see if you're comfortable. You're not itchy?
No,
That's good. Sometimes our residents get itchy. Then it's scratching.
I'm not itchy.
What's on this string?
It's my room.
Rooms are not allowed! Tell her!
Rooms are not allowed.
Who needs your room?
My father.
Fathers are not allowed! Where is he?
He's at work.
I have to dip you in the river again and make sure you're good.
Please don't.
Say that again. It's nice.
Please don't.
Say it out here.
Please don't.
I like that. I'll help, and I'll top, and I'll blow your house down. I mean that in the nicest possible way.
I have a husband.
Husbands are for children. You need to love it. I'll be back. See the cheese? Comfortable.
We will.
Goodbye.
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 I'm growing. Can't you tell I'm growing up?
If a drop of water enters the soil with a particular angle at a particular pitch, who's to say one man can't drive one note into the ground with a fire?
look on his face and I'd say, "What are you thinking about?" And he'd always be thinking about music. If we were in a restaurant, sometimes Orpheus would look sullen and wouldn't talk to me. I thought people felt sorry for me. I should have realized women envy me. Their husbands talk too much. But I wanted to talk to him about my notions. I was working on a new philosophical system that involved hats. But this is what it is to love an artist. The moon is always rising above your house, and the house of your neighbors look dull and lacking in light. But he's always going away from me. Inside his head, there was always something more beautiful. Orpheus said, the mind is like a slider. It can fit around anything. Words can mean anything. Show me your body, he said. It only means one thing.
Eurydice, before I go down there, I won't practice my music. Some say practice, but practice is a word invented by cowards. A gazelle doesn't run for practice. He runs because he's scared or he's hungry. A bird doesn't sing for practice. She sings because she's happy or she's sad. So I say, store it up. The music sounds better in my head than it ever will in the world, and when songs are pressing at my throat, then and only then I will go down there and I will sing your name to the devils and they will cry through their parched throats. Eurydice, don't kiss a dead man. Their lips may look red and tempting, but stick your tongue in their mouths and it tastes like oatmeal. I know how much you hated oatmeal. I am going the way of death. Here's my plan. Tonight, when I go to sleep, I will turn off the lights and put a straw in my mouth. And as I begin to fall asleep, my breath will push me like a great wind. I will crawl through the straw and I will sing your name and I will arrive. I've consulted the almanacs, the footstools, and the architects, and everyone agrees I found the right note. Wait for me. Love, Orpheus.
I got a letter from Orpheus.
What did he say?
He said he's going to come find me.
How?
He's going to sing.
Someone is knocking. Who is it?
Who is it?
No
one knocks on the door of the dead!
Who are you?
I am Orpheus.
I am Lord of the Underworld.
But you're so young.
Don't be rude.
Sorry. Did you like my music?
No. I prefer happy music with a nice beat.
Oh.
You come here to see.
Yes.
And you thought singing would get you through the gates of hell?
See here? I want my wife. What do I have to do?
You'll have to do more than sing.
I'm not sure what you mean, sir.
Start walking though. Your wife just might be on the road behind you. We make it real nice here, so people want to stick around. As you're walking, keep your eyes facing forward. If you look back at her, poof! She's gone.
Wait, I can't look at her?
No.
Why?
Because.
Because?
Because!
Do I just look straight ahead? That's it?
Yes.
gates, that's his music. He's come to save me.
Do you want to go with her?
Of course. Oh, you'll be lonely, won't you?
No. You should go to your husband. You should have grandchildren. You'll all come down and meet me one day.
Are you sure?
You should love your family until the grapes grow dust on their purple faces. I'll take you to them.
Now?
It's for the best. Is that him?
Yes, I think so.
His shoulders aren't very broad. Can we take care of him? Are you sure?
Yes.
There's one thing you should know. If he turns around and sees you, you'll die a second death. Those are the rules. So, step quietly and don't cry out.
I won't.
Goodbye.
I'll come back to you. I seem to keep dying.
Don't let them dip you in the river too long the second time. Hold your breath.
I'll look for the tree.
I'll write you letters.
Where will I find them?
I don't know yet. I'll think of something. Goodbye, Eurydice.
Goodbye. Wait, come back!
You can't go back now, Eurydice.
Face forward.
Keep walking.
I'm afraid.
Your husband is waiting for you, Eurydice.
I don't recognize him. That's a stranger.
Go on, it's him.
I want to go home. I want my father.
You're all grown now. You have a husband.
Turn around.
Why?
Because.
That's a stupid reason.
Orpheus braved gates of hell to find you.
He played the saddest music.
Even
The stones
Cried when we heard it.
That's Orpheus?
Yes,
That's him.
Where's his music?
It's in your head.
Orpheus?
You startled me.
I'm sorry.
Why?
I don't know. I
You always
can
have
never
your hands
spell
on the
the
third
word
beat.
rhythm.
You can never wait
Such
for
a
the fourth.
difficult word to spell.
Remember? I tried to
R-Y.
teach you.
No, there's an H in
Yours
it.
always one step ahead
Somewhere
of the
a
music. Your sense of rhythm was off. I would say clap on the downbeat. No, the downbeat. It's dangerous not to have a sense of rhythm. You lose things when you can't keep a simple beat. Why did you have to say my name? Eurydice, I'm sorry. I know we used to fight. It all seems so silly now.
If ifs and ands were pots and pans, there'd be no need for tinkers.
Why?
If ifs and ands were pots and pans, there'd be no need for tinkers.
Eurydice.
I think I see the gates, the stones, the boat. It looks familiar. The stones look happy to see me.
Don't look.
Wow, that's the happiest I've ever seen them.
Think of
Everything
things
is so
we did.
great. It looks
We went
familiar,
ice
like
skating.
home. Our house.
I wore
was
a
red.
red sweater.
We had 2 cats and two dogs. and 2 fish. It died.
Will you talk to me?
The train looks like the opposite of a train.
Eurydice, we've known each other for centuries. I want to reminisce. Remember when you wanted your name in the song, so I put your name in the song? When I was singing my music at the gates of hell, I was singing your name over and over and over and over and over again. Eurydice.
Finally, some peace and quiet. Like the good old days. No music, no conversation. How about that?
With Eurydice gone, it will be a second death for me.
Oh, please, sir.
We're tired. Do you understand? Love a father has for his daughter.
Love is a big, funny word.
Dead people should be seen and not heard.
How does a person remember to forget? It's difficult.
It's not difficult.
We told you how it works.
Dip yourself in the river.
Dip yourself in the river. Dip yourself in the river.
I need directions.
That's ridiculous.
There are no directions.
I remember. Take Tri-State South 294 to Route 88 West. Take Route 88 West to Route 80. You'll go over a bridge. Go 3 miles and you'll come to the exit for Middle Road. Proceed 3 to 4 miles. Duck Creek Park will be on the right. Take a left on Fernwood Avenue. Continue straight on Fernwood past 2 intersections. Fernwood will curve to the right, leading you to Forest Road. Take a left on Forest Road. Go 2 blocks, past the first entrance to the alley on the right, and take the second entrance. You'll go about 100 yards. A red brick house will be on the right. Look for Illinois license plates. Go inside the house. In the living room, Look out the window. You'll see the lights on the Mississippi River. Take off your shoes. Walk down the hill. You'll pass a tree good for climbing on your right. Cross the road. Watch for traffic. Cross the train tracks. Catfish are sleeping in the mud on your left. Your shoes. Count to 10.
Where's my room? Where is my room? Answer me!
It's none of our business.
Where's my father? Why is he sleeping? I've come back!
He can't hear you.
It's too late.
What are you talking about?
He dipped himself in the river.
My father did not dip himself in the river!
He did! We saw him!
He wanted some peace and quiet. He did not! Listen. I'll teach you the words and then we'll know each other again. Ready? We'll start with my name, EURYDICE. E-U-R-Y.
He can't hear you.
He can't see you.
He can't remember you.
I hate you. I've always hated you. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Listen, I'll tell you a story.
Try speaking in the language of the stones.
It's a very quiet language. Force your face, open up and try to talk.
Stone. Rock. Tree. Rocks. Stone. Didn't you already mourn for your father, young lady?
Some things should be left well enough alone.
To mourn twice is excessive.
To mourn 3 times a sin.
Life's like a good meal.
Only gluttons want more food when they finish their hoping.
Learn to be more moderate.
It's weird for a dead person to be morbid.
We don't like to watch it.
We don't like to see it.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Don't cry! Don't cry!
Learn the art of keeping busy.
It's hard to keep busy when you're dead.
It is not hard. We keep busy, and we like it. We're busy, busy, busy stones. Watch us work. Keeping still, keeping quiet. It's hard work to be a stone. No time for crying. No, no, no!
I hate you! I've always hated you!
Go on it. Try and hit us.
You'll hurt your fist.
You'll break your hand.
No, sir.
You chose to stay with us, huh? Good, perhaps to be my bride.
I told you you're too young.
I'll be the judge of that. I've grown.
Yes, I can see that.
I'm ready to be a man now. I'm ready to be a man.
Please just leave me alone.
I'll have them start preparing the satins and silks. You can't refuse me. I've made my choice.
Can I have a moment to prepare myself?
Don't be long. The wedding songs are already being written. They're very quiet. Inaudibly, you might say, a dirt-filled orchestra for my bride. Don't trouble the songs of the music, I say. A song is two dead bodies rubbing under the covers to keep warm.
Well. You had better prepare yourself.
There is nothing to prepare for.
You had better comb your hair.
You had better find a veil. I don't need a veil. I need a pen.
Pens are forbidden here.
I need a pencil then.
Pencils too.
Damn you! I'll dip you in the river.
Too late. Too late.
There must be a pen. There are. There must be. A pen. Dear Orpheus, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. And I was afraid, and I'm not worthy of you. But I still love you. I think. Don't try to come find me again. You would be lonely for your music. I want you to be happy. And I want you to marry again. I am going to write out instructions for your next wife. To my husband's next wife. Be gentle. Be sure to comb his hair when it's wet. Do not fail to notice that his face flushes pink like a bride's when you kiss him. Give him lots to eat. He forgets to eat and he gets cranky. When he is sad, kiss him on the forehead and I will thank you. Because he is a young prince and his robes are too heavy on him. His crown falls down around his ears. I will give this letter to a worm.